Good morning everyone, welcome back to the Two-Headed Wolf gaming channel as we're continuing our campaign through Thrones of Britannia, playing as Northymbre. And I'm gonna take a moment here to say condolences to the people of Great Britain who have lost their queen. I was watching earlier the funeral procession of Queen Elizabeth. I know not everyone is into the royalty or everything that represented, but it feels like I'm one of those people that the news keep banging on about, saying that it's been watched all over the world. I guess I am one of those people. I have been watching now, I guess it's almost 20 years since I've discovered like British TV. like at any point that things like Mock the Week or 8 out of 10 cats or shows like that started popping up on YouTube. And I don't know exactly at what point I discovered it, but I've been watching it for a very long time and I discovered even more shows and things like that. So even though I am definitely very little knowledgeable about the whole situation in Great Britain and how people feel about it, it feels like I've been connected for the past, as I said, almost 20 years now. And it feels like it was a big part of my life as well to hear about the Queen up and down every day. And now, unfortunately, she has passed away. So condolences for that. And I guess life goes on from this point. Let's get back into our campaign. We have stabilized last time our political situation quite well. At this point we only have one newly recruited general that is disloyal, but he's freshly off the benches of the war camps. So at this point we will see whether we will need to concern ourselves with him or not. If he betrays us, I don't feel like it's a big loss. The important thing is that our bigger generals are loyal, and that is great, as we need them to protect us more than anything. And we've brought to the fields our two sons. So at this point, I believe that all in all, we are doing quite well. As far as going for territories, here in the north, we will try to take down this army. This is going to be slightly challenging. Fortunately, if this army of Northfield wants to move, it's gonna take them quite a few turns, thus leaving us space to replenish. On the other side, here in the south, it is a bit concerning, as East Anglia brought a 20 stack army. So we will have to see how we take them out. For the remainder of these troops, I feel like it's gonna work easier, but we will see. Let's get this going. So we have here a battle against the King of Westernas. And it is a bridge battle, which is not fun at all. He has spears, he has axes and javelin, plenty of skirmish units, even horsemen. These will be probably quite a challenge, as we do not have elite troops with which we could punch through. And we don't have a lot of skirmish units either to where we could draw them out. We'll have to check how they place themselves, but we've been fighting a few battles in the past campaigns on these bridges. Is there any way, anywhere that we could pass through? Probably not. In Thrones of Britannia, there aren't really any kind of passes when it comes to this. So, We'll have our cavalry around if we could push them back. We have these spears which are tough. We might have to do like send some troops in to, as soon as they get tired, bring them back. Send the other troops in. We will have to see what we could do. Right, let's see. No, so there's no shallow water in here. No, no shallow water. And they've got their skirmishers on the left and the right side. They've got a bunch of long axes. Ace Taxman in formation. Everybody's got their shield up. And the royal companions, their swordsmen, axemen. Okay. It's definitely going to be quite bad. I think that what I might want to do here, and let's speed the game up while we talk about it. I might sacrifice my cavalry. What I'm thinking is maybe we're pushed like 2 spears forward, or maybe yet like try to run our cavalry around and then go to the right, because they have here archers and the javelinman unit, but at least we will not be captured by their Eastman scouts. Though the chances for the Eastman scouts to run away and give space to our cavalry to do this, to do our plan, might be better. I think I am going to use these stains probably on this side. Just sacrifice them. And then push the rest of our troops. So let's see. If I do this, and then I'm gonna take our spears, and we're gonna go forward. We're even going to take our archers and try to shoot into his long axes. And with the rest of you, we're gonna bring you forward here. As I said, the point of these are not to engage anything, and if possible, if they're gonna let us, there we go. So since they left us here, we're really going to try to get to move in. We're gonna work on moving in. That is a very weird choice on his part, but it's not necessarily the worst choice. Okay, let's leave his javelins. If we are disrupting his formation at this point, that is great. Good. Don't fear. You engage on this side. You come like this. I'll take you on the left. You go on the right, left. Let's make sure that they stay in the fight. Good. I mean, definitely not what I had in mind. But there we go. You, in the back of these troops. You come here. I believe that we could charge our general, our king right here. We could have these men, the horsemen, get engaged with the spears.
Our general is under attack.
Okay. At this point that is fine. Let's leave them if they break. That is not a problem for us right now. Okay. So far so good. Let's put the spears in the back of these long axes. Horseman, let's take you out for a second. Our bowmen keep firing. I could do some flaming shots, try to break their morale. But maybe I don't really need it. Let's keep our troops focused on breaking their army. Good. We have some javelins right there.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Let's prepare for a charge on his general. You have no more ammo.
The enemy have rallied their units.
Okay, let's keep our troops in the game for as long as we can. Let's make sure that we engage everyone else. We've taken a lot of losses, which is not great for us, but as long as we're taking down a superior army, then that is a price that I'm willing to pay at this point. Okay, time to go for the Eastern Javelin Man, take down his general, and do cleanup. Let's make sure that our archer is not... Our archers are not killing troops that they shouldn't. At this point, we're just gonna do this quickly. And I believe that that's pretty much it. Let's end our battle. We will replenish our troops with the captives. His general, his king was just a level 1, but he had good traits, 3 and 3. There we go. 12% replenishments.
Our foe shall fall.
We're gonna take this army out. And there we have it.
Hurry along.
So one more battle done, and we need here, we decided to go for what? 2 points in command, and we'll stay at 2 points here. Maybe actually instead, let's get ourselves some replenishment.
Move up.
And move our army back. We'll see what this army decides to do, and we might just move up.
We'll see this through. Eager for war.
We only have you here. And you could recruit one more troop. Probably bring some long axes in during this turn. We're losing money. End the turn, see what happens. So East Anglia is moving further up. They are raiding us. But since he moved out his army, you became indulgent, income, and extra zeal for our governor, that is good. Resourceful, that's another good trait. And we have now horse breeding, which increases our charges. At this point, we could do quite a few things. Getting that extra melee for cavalry units could be quite efficient at breaking and killing troops. We have a lot of cavalry at this point, or we might decide to go for the melee first. For sword and axe, we don't have a lot of axes, neither swords. The shield would be good, but it's only for sword and axe infantry. 6 melee skill for spear units, I believe, is probably the better choice here. Now, let's continue with cavalry. Let's do one more turn and in the cavalry research. I could even go after his king. How far could he move? He cannot move that far. While I could move forward. Can I recruit anyone? Well, of course not at this point.
We cannot. Not an option. You can rely on us.
I can get extra food over here.
Without delay.
Let's occupy it. Okay. I will give you a priest. This brings him up to 2 loyalty. It's not perfect, but there you have it. We have 43 food. I was thinking of two ideas. One is getting up here and conquering this. The second idea is to use this opportunity to get some cash in.
We'll see this through.
So what I could do instead is attack
Rely on us.
and sack. Not a whole lot of cash,
Not just yet.
but it's enough to destabilize this situation just for a little while.
Enemy blood will flow.
I don't know exactly what you will do, but I'll leave you there.
We pledge our
And over on this side, I could recruit a swordsman. Or, given that we're not making a lot of money, now we need to recruit something with some skill. We're losing money on that side, but we will try to figure out a way to increase our income during our next turn, maybe go up with the taxes. We'll see. Anyone else that needs moving?
We cannot.
I don't want to attack him, I don't have that strong of a force, so let's just wait. East Anglia is turning back, which is very good. Good. hold up your end of the deal, do not strip estates from. Okay, so for 4 turns we get extra allegiance. We eliminated Westmoringas, so we got 5,000 treasury and +2 to influence. I believe at this point, well, I guess not everybody respects the influence, but the negative penalties for lack of influence are good. Nobody else has a problem with me. And let's see. For you, plenty of loyalty. And you have zeal, but you are a governor, so it is time to give you some extra income here. It's probably a good idea to start investing more and more into our economy as well. Which is our richest province? Northymbre. Because we do have a few commercial buildings. So all of these make commercial. Brings us commerce, economy. We would have 2 industry type buildings here. For this region. It's at -3 because of allegiance, taxation. There's quite a few problems that we have. I believe that over here we need to increase our stability. Up here, if I take you out, you'd be at -4. Let's move north and continue our conquers. On this side, we are turning back. I wonder if he can move past us if I move there.
Not an option.
He can still move here, which is a bit unfortunate. To the south of us,
we serve to the end.
I will leave this army standing.
Never.
He is replenishing his 20 stack army.
Our foe shall fall.
Which makes me think that we really have to start figuring out how to create another 20 stack army. And for that we need gold. -5 construction costs for all industry buildings in all regions in adjacent provinces. How many of those do we have? It doesn't tell us, but we don't have a lot. 1 building here. 2 buildings. It costs us 2,000 to upgrade it. And a 5% reduction is not that much. Reduce upkeep for garrison buildings. Sorry about that. Let's see. At this point,
Enemy blood will flow. We'll pledge our
I think I will just move this army since now our son is free. We will move him down here.
foes will suffer.
And even though this guy is quite strong, I will provide the entire army to our son. The reason why is that because I want to provide him with victories and skill and gain some influence. At the end of the day, as soon as our king passes, then we will need someone. We will have problems if we leave our generals to be more influential than our heir. Our king is 40. We will still have him around for a long time, but you never know. In the midst of the battle, what can happen? Okay. We leave the rest as they are. We will keep some money in our pocket. Just for emergency. Seems that this angle hasn't left entirely. And we have another army coming up here. But hopefully our vassal will return. And maybe... who's this? Heliborg. Which is right underneath us. Is attacking our vassal. Hey, unfortunately... we will have... or... I'm not sure if unfortunate is the right word, but we will have to defend him. Stratclut apparently is attacking Northfleet as well. A fleet of Northman raiders have arrived in South Britannia. Fingales, okay. Talented growers. Nothing of interest.
No.
He's king right here. All that taking our territory would end up with some sort of a victory for him. Let's occupy back our territory. And then go for our son here. Because of his declaration of war,
You can rely on us.
it's a good idea to respond.
Let's go.
We're gonna take his mine. Can we ally with you? Or do some sort of declaration of friendship? Yes, we could. His enemies are Mirs. Could we even ask for some money? No. 300?
This
Intriguing?
is not.
No. Let's do a declaration of friendship. Mostly to protect ourselves from declaring a war against us or any of our vassals. He's a drama queen. All diplomatic events have a higher impact than normal, shorter fall-off for diplomatic events and treaties. Okay, interesting.
Ready for combat.
Could I even do? Because I don't have a whole lot of reason to fight in the north. Stratclut likes us, and they like us a lot.
Always welcome.
We can do a declaration of friendship. A defensive pact is not on the table, but declaration of friendship, and we could try to get some money out of it. No.
It is good.
We'll do this. Defensive pact, they still don't want. Join war against this? No. Military alliance? No. Military access? No. They don't want any of them.
Foes shall fall.
Okay. We could improve our research rate by 75% by just throwing in 2500, though we're losing some money. Let's start working. Even though I was postponing it, I believe at this point we can't wait anymore. We could reduce the cost of units in this province, but we won't keep a lot of them. And so let's getting ourselves some overseas trade harbor for that extra income. Perfect. With this smaller army,
Rely on us.
I do not plan to take over just yet, so we'll just sack the region.
Our foes shall fall. Now we'll
With
see.
our king, we're gonna march north during the next turn. A risk of rebellion somewhere. It's here. Oh, it's part of the same region. Huh. Okay. And that probably wasn't the best idea, but we're gonna stop taxing.
We'll see this through.
Leave you here.
Glory awaits us.
And that is pretty much all there is to do. Except for our upgrade for the governor. Good loyalty. Start throwing in some scribes. As an idea, I think I should replace upgrading our generals first, because if we have governors and we give them points in governing, that reduces our cost of constructing and upgrading buildings. Stratlus lost one of the ports. Food and iron here. This is the weird thing about just a one-man army. Maybe in the future, like after we've been through all the campaigns, we could do some modded playthroughs. There are mods out there I've seen where they create like these defensive troops.
You can rely on us.
Let's do this. I am going to be using our king to attack this fortress of Carlisle and use this army to capture smaller settlements. Let's see, Carl over here. As we see, governor, if I go higher, the construction cost of the governed provinces goes down. For you, even going higher in loyalty seems like a good idea. Only 3. But maybe we'll just sit you at that for now. Let's push for the next level of town.
Our foes shall fall.
With you, I am going to bring you here.
My warriors are ready. Hurry along. Let's go.
And let's give the entire army
Hurry along.
to our heir. I wonder if he's gonna attack me.
We'll see this through.
I'm tempted to take the fight. 17 against 14 basically.
Not possible.
It really depends on what this army does.
We'll see this through.
And that will end the turn. We only have 112 gold left. Sacking a province seems fully necessary right now. That army is ruining our plans. And there we have it. We're gonna throw ourselves into another battle. A king, a level 2 general, 5 command here. He has a lot of spears. He has some sword herdmen, which will be problematic. He's got quite a good army here. But we're gonna work on defeating him. We have a hill on this side. There's a road there. Not sure how it's going to deploy. We're gonna deploy up here. Not much of an advantage, to be honest.
Where's the fight?
Put these guys in the middle. have 2 more spears in the front while keeping 1 and 2 to the side. 2 spears on the side. We have our air and we'll bring our cavalry here. Our general is coming from down here.
Wipe them from history.
The enemy approaches!
They're taking their time. Okay.
We will prevail.
State your orders!
Let's turn ourselves just so we could meet them.
Hurry! We're gonna pay!
And we're gonna take this opportunity to go out quicker.
No prisoner.
We can take them! Our reinforcements have arrived!
Okay. It's gonna be very difficult to bring this army in, as I don't think the battle will last for that long. But if his cavalry wants to attack us, I wouldn't mind, to be honest. I believe we could even rush them here. Even if they reach us when they're tired, it's not gonna be to fight the cavalry, it's gonna be to get in the back into the back of some of these troops. Okay. Let's start going after them. Like these long axes will be great for a charge. Let's bring these guys around.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Shoot at the warlord. Let's bring you forward. Seems like his cavalry are set on, I don't know, just fighting the edges. These spears, let's bring them forward and into these troops. Archers, let's have you shoot at him. Cavalry, go after his stains. At least one cavalry go after his stains. Spears, the same. You go after the archers here. Will take a long time until they reach us.
They flee before our might.
Let's make sure our troops are staying in the fight.
Our general is under attack.
You stay on them. For these spears, we can break them. So let's take the opportunity to do so. Okay, that general will take so much time to get here. You two just take this guy out. Good. He's broken. We could charge here. Axes, do that. Good. Another unit has been broken. For the archers, we can charge at them right now. Okay, what do we have here? Let's attack these troops with these spears. We could regroup them over on this side. Okay, let's go after the javelins. It's a bit troublesome as these cavalry units are not great against javelin men. You on this side, let's attack the general. With can keep forcing ourselves there in trying to take down his general or put a lot of pressure on him. I think we've broken all the troops here.
The battle is turning in our favor. Our
Perfect.
hidden units have been discovered.
What I like is that we haven't lost a lot of troops here. There we go. This army's out. We're gonna take replenishments. And I'm gonna bring the army back. It is a fairly troublesome situation. We are losing. We are gonna be... We should have taken the money, I believe. But the replenishment seemed like the most important one there. There we go, mounted warrior drills. We have extra melee attack for our cavalry. We're gonna increase the melee skill of our spears. At this point, we're taking the king and we're gonna attack this settlement. There we go. We will need some siege equipment and we're gonna build it. It's fairly easy to do.
You can rely on us.
A simple idea of what we might do to repair our economy is just disband a few units.
Our foes.
There we go. We're bringing then this general back. Skills available, let's see, this is our general, this is our son. Go up one and now we have night battles. For a governor, he has free loyalty, we could give him a scribe at this point. The other general has 4 command, and I believe it's probably a good idea to start getting something like enemy morale, probably. Maybe even siege engineer to reduce. No, let's go quartermaster. Let's have him move around as much as he needs to be moving around. And I am going to bring up our army here.
Get marching men.
I don't believe that they'll be able to take this region in one turn.
Hurry along.
But we will need to start marching north. For you,
My warriors are
I
ready.
am going to use this opportunity
Marching formation. Hurry along.
to take this Selma from him. And now we have a mine, a rebellious mine, but a mine nonetheless.
By no means.
We could even attack him there, but whatever he decides to do, he has to turn back.
We pledge your service.
And with all of these, it's all the time that we have for today. Now I hope you have enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Until then, I wish you all to have a wonderful day.